I'm Dr. Chris Donaghue, and today's question is about safer ways to hook up during the pandemic. And the important part is that it's about safer ways. There is no perfectly safe way during the pandemic to currently have sex. We are not aware of whether or not ourselves or an individual has COVID based just on symptomology. There are some people that are asymptomatic and able to infect others. In addition, it's a new novel virus, and so we don't necessarily know enough about antibodies being present, and we're still working on a vaccine. But this is no different from ordinary sex. Sex is always about safer practices because we don't always know what we're coming in contact with or what we're putting others necessarily in contact with. And that's why it's about getting tested. We can get tested and be aware as possible. But all the state and local health departments are all on the same page, as am I, and we're saying now is not the time to have sex in real time with another person. I'm really sex positive, and right now I am saying to find alternative ways to engage yourself and others sexually. Use technology. Technology allows us to sext and have sex in ways that we couldn't before. You can use cam, you can exchange videos and pictures, you can talk. All these ways are a form of sexuality because again, sex is a far larger concept than just the things we can do in real time. But if you are open to taking something that has a little bit of a higher risk than non-touch based sexuality, which can include things like mutual masturbation, voyeurism. But if you do want to engage touch, it's best to be with someone who has been self-isolating, has not been coming in contact with others, and has also been refraining from hookup culture. That is a higher level of risk, but also safer. And then moving beyond that, we just fall into, if you're not going to set any of those boundaries and you want to just have sex with who you want, it's just going to fall under basic safer sex practices, using condoms, talking about PrEP use, making sure you're using lube, and just keeping an open dialogue about what level of risk you are or your partner's at based on the high level of infections in their local area and also whether or not they've been self-isolating. So this is about you deciding what personal level of risk you want to take. But on record, I'm officially not recommending that we do anything sexual with another human being that currently involves touch, knowing that once we have a better grasp on what's going on and possible antibody testing and vaccines, that it'll be a different scenario, because I'm always wanting us to err on the side of caution, because I do know, again, that sex can exist and take place without touch or meeting in real time. And so I'm not saying to not have sex, I'm just saying we have to have sex differently for the time being.